Oh no, he played c5? That's illegal. That's a weird move. Isn't it? I don't know where the queen is meant to go. Let's take with the horse though. Yeah. e4, e5. Knight f3. I feel like I need to move this bishop. Maybe out here all the way. Let's go. Hello Ayushman, how are you going, man? Knight d7. Now we've got knight f5. f4, e5. Let's just develop. That can never hurt. Queen back. Interesting. Okay, let's go home. Ugh. And let's do some brutality with on d5, yeah? Do we have knight d5, by the way? Knight d, queen d? Nah, because they have a check and then... Nah, let's just go back. Hello everybody, welcome to all the YouTubers who are present. Please make yourself known and partake in the chat like the champions you are. Thank you. Bishop b4, surely with castle. If they take, we go rook c1, I reckon, yeah? Wait, e4 is hanging. Okay, let's go then. Hello, K. Appet. I don't necessarily think I remember you. Welcome in, but maybe I do remember you. Okay, queen f3, looks healthy, hitting the knight. King g7, rook d1, hitting the knight. Don't think I'm threatening any tactics yet, but it's always good to be delusional. Queen c3 would be nice, check. Ooh, actually. Oh no! I missed take. Oh, here we go, baby. Okay, never mind. I didn't miss it. I didn't. Totally calculated. Look. Hello. Booyah! Ownage, baby. Booyah. Clean win. Clean win. And I don't... Oh yeah, here we go. We are playing the Forgotten Killer. Okay. Sicilian vibes. Good. Dragon vibes. Very good. We dig the dragon. This 95 line has caused me some headaches at recent times. I would like to be rid of this queen. Okay. Let's tuck away. A5. Okay, let's go back then. Let's take this. Let's go here. B5 we're not too scared of because we can always take this. Not to mention a potential b3, although that admittedly carries an element of risk. What? So what if I just take an h5? Hello? Feels like this dude is playing with fire. Oh, hello? Dudeski. Aren't I feel like I'm mowing down the board, no? The Doom Duck! Howdy, brother! How is it going, Doom Duck? Isn't that hanging, by the way? Asking for a friend. Take, rook c3. Okay, what if a3? Queen b6. How is that gonna make things better? Knight a4. How's it going, ladies? Okay, so again, knight take is g, but here, I thought that if I went here... Oh, he can go back to c7. I see. Okay, that's the move that I somewhat missed. Okay. So why don't I just go here? Rook e8. So knight takes, pawn takes, queen d7, rook takes. I should be total carnage. Let's go. You would be surprised, buddy, how much higher level we still chill with just pawn up, mate. Like, that's yeah. Until 3200, it's legit. No joke. I'm pretty sure this is hanging. And now we are going to set up a dirt. GG! G to the G is the GG. Sentul player from Malaysia. 10 out of 10. Flag recognition. Please don't play bishop f4. I want Blumenfeld. Please. Yeah, I should have known. Knight f3 is a giveaway. The only person who doesn't play garbage after knight f3 is me. So the idea behind playing d6 and not d5 is twofold. Once, we keep this diagonal open for the bishop. And two, it doesn't allow white to jump the knight into e5. And so the usual attacking patterns that they dream about in this setup, they don't work at all. They do not work at all. Because they traditionally want to play knight e5, f4, and kingside attack, right? But because I kept the pawn on d6, knight e5 is not playable. Now I sucked in bishop h7, but luckily they didn't see it. Because knight takes and then bishop here. And now we used... And that's the third point, by the way. That the d5 square is handy. So now I'm actually threatening knight b4. I wonder if this is going to be spotted. Yes, it was. Now we relocate here. Which is quite juicy that way. D6 is hanging, but we can defend it with this butt ugly move, rook c6. That was not exactly part of my plans, let's be honest. Oh, he wants knight e4 and over attack me here. If only I could play f5, but I can't. Okay. This setup, it's called a hedgehog. Wahito, welcome in, brother. It is called the hedgehog. Because these pawns are like the spikes of a hedgehog. Covering a lot of squares. A lot of important squares. Knight g4. What the hell? So take, knight f6, and then I might second exchange and pick off g2. I like that. Or maybe it's going to take with a pawn. No, okay. So now I really think that this can be spicy. Shall we try? Ah, of course we shall. I only asked the question for content, right? Do we want bishop f3? I don't know. In hindsight, I think that this was a completely unsound exchange sacrifice. But we'll give it a whirl. Because we don't have a choice now. We are in it. We are in it to win it. Thank you for the follow, brother. There is a world where bishop e4 is a move. But it's not this world. Maybe I should do this. But rook g1 is coming. I feel like I'm being too slow. Okay. No, you're welcome, Vahito. It is my absolute pleasure. Okay, I totally do not understand that move. Oh, I do. Okay, let's put this guy up here. This guy here. What we want to do is this, and try to hit this guy here. Yeah, I missed that. Ah, damn it. That was a nice tactic. I couldn't take because of queen g6, and then I fall apart. And now we're getting absolutely gutted. Yeah, that was a pity. That was a pity. The exchange sack was a bit over-ambitious. This guy definitely 100% London player. Yeah, I knew that. Wandamesk, how are you going, buddy? Kingy! The Slayer is in the house. Mr. King Slayer. At least I've got now two completely useless mods. So that makes my life a lot easier. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Both of my mods are beautiful, super useful humans without whom my life would be absolutely meaningless. Do you know what I think about what I'm doing? That I don't like it. Okay, let me think here for a second. Do we want b3? I don't think I can defend that. It's a great pity that I can never put a rook here. Yeah, this might be not as good as I was hoping. In fact, I have to be very, very careful here because after take knight e4, he has bishop c7. Knight takes c3, bishop d8, knight e2, queen e2. Yeah, that's a dodgy queen sack at best. I really want to go b3, but knight e2, man. Knight e2, queen b6, rook b1, and I can't hang on to this bugger. Yeah, not sure. Maybe take rook a7. Maybe this is gonna be the solution. Unknown, howdy, brother. So now he's trying to sell me the same garbage, but now I have got queen. Oh no, because it's guarding it. Wow. That is crazy. I can't stop this damn threat, really? I so wanna go in here. Then take. Well, I feel like I have to. 65 USD, my friend. No, it didn't. If the dude shows up, I'm gonna do it. I messaged him afterward. And I told him that if he shows up... what? Is someone after an anal? As in an analysis, sorry. Yeah, I botched this game big time. Check. We did. I missed this check too. Maybe Queen G4 now. Feels like the dude is listening in. Yeah, Queen E8, I'm done. Okay, that was really, really bad. Scandinavian. Oh my lord. Let's go. Bishop D2 is a theory as per my course. Okay, Queen C7, wow. Alright, let's go Bishop C4. Let's go here. Yeah, generally speaking, I am fully booked. But it never hurts to send an inquiry. No one got ever hurt by sending an inquiry. For frick's sakes. Oh man, I'm so not focused. I just hung this pawn. And all they can do, these London players, is take 3 pawns and think that that makes them good chess players. Oh well, we will try to fight back, because that's what we do. We will put this in the center. Maybe on a rainy day I will be threatening with c3, but don't hold your breath on that. Hands up if you watched my video that I released today after recording twice with the wrong settings, and I nearly destroyed my entire studio here. If you haven't, you should. Welcome indeed to the Saberinos. Welcome, welcome. That's what we like. That's the sound we want. Old mate didn't quite think this through, did he? So now b3, c4, bishop f4 looks like a fairly hefty biz, unless I'm mistaken. Let's go here. So now bishop f4, e5, bishop e5, queen e5, knight d6 check. Bishop takes, rook takes, bishop takes, queen check wins the bishop. If bishop f4, e5, bishop take, knight here. Queen takes. Queen takes, bishop takes. Yeah, I should be fine somehow there too. I don't know why I only calculated e5. Technically, he can play queen e7 as well, maybe. So yeah, let's go with this. Let's go with this. My FIDE rating 2377. That was a very clean calculation. Like I called out this entire line. Better still, I'm gonna take this with check, and then probably back rank issues will pop up too for him. Oh, queen e7, that's beauty. Queen e7 threatens mate and threatens the horse. Why am I such a brilliant player at one occasion and a complete potato on another? Okay, I totally missed that. Which takes us back to the complete potato. I mean, okay, rook d2, right? And then good luck with these. And I'm just gonna mow down all of this. You know what's cool? I'm threatening to take this now. Because both these are pinned. That's a very unique motif. Check this out. Book. Yeah, most people would be pretty good at chess if they actually bothered to look at my videos. That is a big piece of wisdom there for sure, my friend. Alright, so what black piece can now move? That one cannot, can. This is pretty hilarious. Yeah, what if I check here, bruv? What if I go here? Ooh, this was absolute torture. This was absolute torture. Oh. Woo, boy. He's gonna remember that one. He is definitely gonna remember that one. Okay, let's do this London garbage again. Yeah, King B2, luckily, it was not quite played. King B2 was luckily not played the way how I pretended that I was going to. How did he do his before B3? Whoa, Twitch dropped out. That's a big problem. Thank God YouTube didn't. I don't understand what happened. I must have had a lag wave because Twitch is no longer on. Oh yeah, we are back on. I think we are. Gee, this guy doesn't load, he just shoots. Full-blown Western movie style. I hate my position, by the way. Yeah, we are. Very uncharacteristically, we are struggling against the garbage opening today. Usually it doesn't happen. Chess Master, thank you. That's a big call, Chess Master, but I will take it. Thank you. Is he just gonna caveman it? I think he is. My name is Eric. I'm happy for you. Good night, mate. Good night. Yeah, Queen D2, I'm dead. More or less. Except I have to take, knight take, rook take, queen take. I can take this. And that will allow me to stir the pot a little. So what I'm going to take, yeah. Ish. Kind of. Yeah, let's go here. I don't see any other way to play this. Yeah, I messed this up, ladies. I apologize. Reach 3,000? Nah. 27 under would be nice, which I have reached on this account already a few times. Okay, how do we approach this situation? We do a rook lift here, and then we do this. Is e4 a pain now? Probably. So g5 takes, g4 just doesn't work. Okay, let's second exchange. Because why the hell not? The problem is this idea. What? Hello? What? I must be missing something. He just could have taken that. Okay, I'm so hardcore getting on that I'm missing literal every second tactic. Scrap that, I'm missing every tactic. Still, this pony is a bit hurting now, and the rookie too. Maybe rook d4? Yeah, then we take this. This is the best we ever stood in this game. Okay. Alright, I have to do this, unfortunately. Oh, there too. Okay. Wait, check. Yeah, I have to go check. Yeah, he played this really well, actually. Until he didn't. Oh no, tell me I'm not getting mated there, please. Oh, sheesh. Oh my word. No, I absolutely cannot give you advice on how to improve fast because it's not a realistic goal to begin with. Why do you want to improve fast? Chess improvement is a slow process and you need to respect that. I did miss a lot of things there. Huh. That one. Okay. It's really annoying that he's playing so confidently, so fast, and quite well. Yeah, this looks pretty decent, right? This looks acceptable, I would say. Let's not blunder with this pawn with check. Let's go. Let's go. Phew. Okay, let's bring this rook somewhere. Bring the knight around to the king side as well. Okay. If f5, e5 is a bit annoying. Whereas on, yeah, I always want to be able to play c5, d5. e5, c5. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's quite cutting it. Let's go, yeah. Yeah, let's go. Thank you for the subskis, guys. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Knight a4. Wow. Ha, that was not the way I planned to breathe in, but okay. I have an incredible idea. No, it doesn't work. Damn it. I wanted to play d6. Queen here, queen sack, bishop d5 mate. But rook e6 stops it. Regrettably. Nonetheless, g6. Maybe I should have gone with queen d5. Yeah, that was shite because now queen f6 and knight f6 both available. I wish I had played queen d5 here. Knight b6. Yeah, it doesn't work either way. Wow, it feels like I inhaled half of this chess book in front of me. And let me tell you, chess book inhalation, not recommended. What the hell is that? Okay. I'm telling you that what it is that he's choking big time. We're gonna win this game, 100% now. Where am I from? The land of God, my friend. Also known as Hungary. But I live in Australia. Yeah, like by the way, to give you a more serious answer, of course I could give you advice on how to get better, but the reason why I tend not to do that on stream, because generic advice is not useful. What you want is personalized advice. That is useful. However, I can't give you personalized advice without knowing you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Which is why I always tell people to not to ask for general advice of I have hit a plateau. How do I improve? It's like, no clue, bro, because I'm a chess coach, not a visionary, and so because I don't see your games, I don't know what you do, what you can do, what you can't do. I can't really give advice. I said I'm gonna win this game, and I'm not exactly acting like someone who is about to win a game of chess, am I? The hell am I going with that king even? Maybe in here? Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Sheesh, what was that, bro? Queen, maybe, yeah. Oh. Check. Oh, clean, baby. Clean. Is it? Bring me, please, a glass of water. Okay, I had enough of this garbage. I'm gonna so destroy this guy now. It's not funny. That rook c1 move makes 0 sense. Like, none. Okay, let's go here. b5, a4 coming. c4. Yeah, somehow we are again in this pickle that I don't really like. Maybe b4 is not that bad here, but then comes c4. Okay. Golden boy, please give me a chess lesson. Wow. Yeah, we're getting into the same shitty structure that we got before. Like, I will need to look this up. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong, but maybe queen c8, I don't know if it's necessary. I think it is. And maybe b5, instead of b5, I just go queen d7 here. Because b5 might be overextending. Now I'm going to do a strategy that is going to confuse the hell out of him. We're going to sack a piece here. And we're going to pursue the two pass pawns. Shoshana Rutner, welcome in. Thank you for joining the party, brother. And since this guy appears to be very bad at defending, and clearly now he needs to do that, we'll see how we go. Which chess book was I inhaling? Fampello's Endgame Tactics was the subject of my inhalation. If there was a book that we would want to inhale, then that's a good one, I reckon. Okay, so now for the first time he is threatening to counter-bullying us. Do we go knight a5? Can do, but queen a4 is a bit annoying. b3, rook a8, rook a8. I don't want to play c3 because that allows the blockade. Oh, by the way, that book, as I showed it up, it looks completely black, but in fact it's green. It's just the green screen doing its green screen things. BC threatened. So the plan is to drop back here with the knight. Because this pin was very obnoxious on the rock. And I thought that this was a neat idea for us, but I may be blundering here. I don't know. Because obviously if I took, the knight takes and the pin is still on and we lose everything. But now once the queen buggers off, I trade that, take that, and then we have got an endgame with the b4 pawn. Maybe a strength, maybe a weakness. We'll see. Theoretically, we should be okay here. Thank you for the follows and the subs, guys. Appreciate that. There. Okay, let's go here. Just want to shove this down his throat as best as we can. Yep. Let's open up the back rank. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, dynamite done. Ah, sheesh, that was a mouse slip. Fudge. Oh, he sucked it in. Thank God. Nope. Oh no, you idiot! Oh, bugger. Oh, he had a win there. Now he has a win again. Wow. Wow, wow, wowie. Okay, that's a bit strange. He now can play, yeah, b6. The bishop d7 is pretty decent. Okay, let's go here. Against rook c8. Let's go here against knight b4. I feel like I misplayed this. Okay. Queen d5. Okay, I guess we don't want to get mated yet. C4, rook here, bishop c3 is interesting. Let's go. Actually, rook here loses to d5. I thought. It maybe doesn't lose because I have a pile up of pieces on the d file. So I can't just mow down everything because I also lose everything down here, which is really sucky. If I went there, knight d5. Okay, let's go here then. Yeah, dude sees a pawn, he takes it. Like, he is more reliable, or yeah, more certain than death and taxes that he does that. Queen e7. We're not playing good chess, but we're playing bad in chess instead. That was a very good move, by the way. That was a very, very good move. More or less only. At times he's actually playing above his rating, I would say. King h8 take. What? Check king back. I mean, surely this is something, right? There. Wow. Okay. I guess. This is gonna be an interesting game. Weaker king, but distant pass pawn. We've got interesting pros and cons, but yeah, this is what I meant. Like, sometimes he just plays really solid chess, and then at other times he just, yeah, implodes. Alright, this is gonna be the last London. If I don't hold my own here, I will be super upset with life. I kept on losing these Londons like an idiot. Okay, now I have bishop d6, so this will be already a far improved version. Yeah, that was clean. That was clean. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I had to pick between getting kicked in the sack or playing this with white, I would pick the kick in the ball sack every day of the week. But it's very difficult to beat this with black, because in order to beat it, you need to break it up, right? And breaking it up involves moves that carry a degree of risk. And he's doing spectacularly sweet f-all. Oh, Tindy! Tindy! Oh, Jim is in the house. Hello? No, I haven't. I told you that I'm not gonna do that unless you are here. So, I will stop this game and then we'll do the review. Can you please, oh no, I still have them, right? Yeah, like, this disgusts me, this kind of playstyle. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really am just like, it's like, I would rather read Dostoevsky back to back in Swahili than do this. Yeah, I think I have that, buddy. I think I have it. Now I'm almost good for knight e4 take, but he has rook d4. Very annoying. I mean, this is gonna be probably a draw. Do I watch football? Oh, I didn't see that move actually at all. By football, you mean the lame sport where people run around on a giant field with the ball in their hand, therefore it should be called handball? Or do you mean soccer, which correctly is known as football? By the way, the irony is that I don't really watch either. I watch a little bit of soccer because the best Hungarian player is a key member of the Liverpool squad. So that's quite fun to watch, because us Hungarians are very rarely spoiled that way. Meaning that we have a decent player who can kick the ball rather than falling over when it comes his way. Rook d2. Can I do this? No. Okay, let's do double. He's gonna suck in some tactic. I can already feel it. Or I will. These are the two choices. Can I take this? Take, check here. Rook f6, rook f1, and now queen c1 is pending. So take. Maybe d4 there is quite strong though. Yeah, let's go. I totally assumed that he had to block. Sheesh. Okay. That wasn't good. That wasn't good. But it's still quite spicy because this spin is very obnoxious. Maybe after queen a6, queen here is something. I don't know. 2 passes, d3 coming. Could be annoying. Yeah, like I said, for soccer, yeah, I have some interest. So I was quite delighted to see Liverpool winning the Premier League. I was utterly disappointed by the fact that they didn't win the Champions League. I used to be a very big Juventus and Bayern Munich supporter. Those two were my teams back in the day when I still lived in Hungary and I watched football day in, day out. But nowadays, my interest has somewhat waned, and yeah, I watch basketball here and there. I don't mind the odd NBA match. Wait, if I take that, he's gonna take c4. So let's just go back. Did I just completely fuck it? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, completely threw away a super easy win. Oh my god. Like, for real? I did this? Jesus, man. I can't be winning enough to freaking win a game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, man, but I'm so glad to be out of the... Oopsie, that was a mouse slip. I'm so glad to be out of this London bullshit. I'm like, God. I honestly don't understand how people can enjoy that shit. So knight e, bishop e, castles, and we'll take it from there. Yeah, he played it really well. Like, it is very, 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 very difficult to defeat if it's played well. Right? Now, if the best thing that you can do with your life as a chess player with the white pieces is that you play an opening that is almost impossible to defeat, yeah. You should have never picked up chess as your hobby. Now we want h6, king h7, g6, and kick out this guy. Bishop g5 was a bit of a silly move. Oh, did I miss b5? I probably missed a lot of tactics there. Isn't he losing a pawn now? Knight g... I mean, after knight g3, I might not have the guts to play g5. But e4 is very tender. Yeah, let's just get out of this mess. The spin, that is. But, oh, and of course I'm a huge tennis fan, but that goes without saying. So basically, guys, I'm sacrificing now my precious time for you. Because I should be watching the Roland Garros right now, and instead I'm streaming. Oh, I said that I would have a look at his game. Shit. Sorry, mate. And started a new game. My apologies, Chief. Who is my good friend, Jim? Jim, we are gonna have a look at your game, buddy, momentarily. If this guy plays f4, I'm gonna fall off my chair. Okay. Okay. I have a video on my YouTube channel, by the way, about why you should never even contemplate this move. I mean, take seems to win a pawn and pretty close to winning a game. Yeah, let's just do that. No, I don't need to go. No. I'm just being a doofus. Yeah, I mean, f4 was the biggest cardinal sin in positional context. Who wins Roland Garros? If I had to pick a winner now, I would say either Alcaraz or Sinner. But since Alcaraz is going to lose to Marozsan, the Hungarian talent, tomorrow, therefore it's Sinner. This is a pretty nifty game by us. Combination of good defense with offense. Bishop is on, mate is on, knight f2 is on. Yeah, I mean, I didn't take a risk, right? To be perfectly honest with you, and I'm going to probably anger the rest of the world against me with this, but if somehow Djokovic won it, I would be super happy. I really would. Alright, let me see. How does this thing work again? Okay, so this and this. So I think we have already looked at this one, buddy, right? Let me check if my cut is correct. Yes. Yeah, so we made this. We did this, right? Because I have got a short made out of this. I think we at least got this far. Is that correct, Jim? This is where we left it off. Or something happened, I don't remember. Yeah, so I did tell you that you were not meant to take on d5 because after this, the double pawns on c3 will be fixed. I remember this with 1919, which is why I told you that you needed to force the trade here before the knight came in, like so, because now you have the two bishops and the pawns are still mobile. They can move up. So actually we have done this, but maybe you didn't hear me or I already got disconnected, I don't remember. So yeah, this idea of taking that with the bishop was forced, but yeah, I told you that this was a very principled and pretty, but ill-timed move. It's a pretty move, it ticks a box, developing your pieces, but it just ignored what was going on the board. Is it? What about my water, bro? So now we have got a serious problem in this endgame. Because of the 1919, and the knight is way superior to the bishop. The fact that he took this is like, oh my god, are you for real? If I was the coach of this guy, he would get an earful for this. Bro, if it was up to you, your father could die. Literally.
But you won.
Bring me my vitamin thingy-mobile tablets too. Two, because you bought me a bucket of water. Chop chop.
You didn't specify how much.
I love you. Take. Very good. Rook e8, king d2, please. Very good. King d7. So what you want to do now which is going to make for a very exciting endgame scenario, by the way, is that you play king d3 and c4. You trade off the double pawns, and then you are going to have these 3 pawns in the center free to roll up. So that's a total waste of a move. I don't even know why you would think about playing that. Yeah, king d3 good. So now we can't go c4 because take hangs this. So if I were you, by the way, shout out for playing a5 because I wanted to say play here, but now after king b5 you have a pawn to defend. So yeah.
I got you one of each.
I said 2. Thank you.
That is 2.
Then why do you say I got you one of these?
One of each.
One of each?
Yes, sir.
So now I'm mixing the flavors.
See.
You want to poison your father now?
Yes.
I love you too.
Me too.
Okay, so now because we want to pursue c4, the move is rook b4. Brav! What? What is e4? Dude, like, what? You can't play e4, it's hanging, mate. You need to eliminate this. You eliminate this by playing c4. c4 is not playable because take hangs this. So you prepare c4, play c4, pawn is good to go. It's like... But dude, it's like saying that my arm was hurting, so I decided to chop it off. It's like, you need that thing for about the rest of your life. And it's not like your king can move after e4, rook e4 at all. Oh, man. No, dude. No. Like, you can't just throw away material for nothing in an endgame. Once again, rook up, c4. And by the way, when you say you wanted to move the king from d3, where to? Like, where exactly do you want to move this king? It has nowhere to go. Anyway, that's one. But that was a shocker, mate. Absolute shocker. And they should have taken with the rook, by the way. The rook to e4 is not going to attack g2. That doesn't make any sense. And again, this doesn't give you mobility, mate. Like, in fact, you lost mobility. Because right now, you have got 2 legal moves with your king. After e4, rook e4, you have got 1. So, you actually lost mobility. You didn't gain any. Also, rook e4 is not threatening to pester this because rook g4 is covered. So, yeah, it made absolutely 0 sense. You can't just throw away material like that in an endgame. Especially when it doesn't improve the quality of your position. No, because rook c5 check kicks it out. No, not at all. And c7 is also hanging them, so no. That's actually making our life almost too easy. That was a shocker. Okay, your opponent desperately needed to play g5 to disallow the king to come in. Oh god, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. g4 is quite a good move, actually. I like that. Splitting up the pawns. It's a very clever idea. You know what's interesting? We might be actually losing here. So take, check here, here. Rook e1 and takes. Oh no, you are actually just on time. That is crazy. Oh! Wow. What a fluke. Oh my. Okay. So yeah, they should probably then play g6 here. Yep. Yep. Up. Yep. What? Okay. Yeah, they should have never removed this rook from here. Yeah, okay. So this is actually a losing move. And the reason why we lose here, and this is textbook by the way, of how endgames are won, especially rook endings. Connected pass pawns is the key to secure victory. Or I should rather say that if you have connected passes, that should be an insta-win. So the way black should win this is king takes, rook check, and king in. It doesn't matter how many pawns you take, now I'm just rolling in. And you can't stop me. Actually, rook probably here is best. And we're completely busted here. The connected passes are always stronger than anything else. It was a good try, but it should have failed. Now it looks quite exciting. Now I think we have a red hot go at drawing this. Yeah. What? Dude, you hate your pawns. What? C3. What am I missing? Isn't this hanging? I'm so confused. Why? Why are we playing C3 here? Yeah, I'm out of words for this. Mind you, I have a bad feeling that we are losing. But, see, what Zugzwang? Just go here and here. Hello? Like, you need to be behind this pawn, right? No. We're way too late for that, buddy. This pawn is going to promote and cover that square way before you could. But there is no such thing, my friend, in chess as a bit Zugzwangy. It's like saying that, you know, I came home and my mother-in-law was a little bit dead. It's like, what? Like, they either cocked it or they are alive. There is no in between. But I don't understand what makes you feel that you are in Zugzwang when you have a rook that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares to go to. You have a pass pawn that is good to move. How is that a Zugi, man? Like, rook up and let's go. What's the story? Like, you just randomly threw away that pawn. Like, and what will you do if they take it? Like, then we are no longer in Zugzwang now? How does that work? So, whatever you did here is what you should have done instead of playing the pawn move, right? Oh, we didn't do... Oh, they didn't take it. So, I'm very curious what you would have done here. Because if this is Zugzwang, then by definition, this is also a Zugzwang. Okay. That is hilarious. Yeah, so this is what you should have done instead of voluntarily surrendering your pawn. Yeah, exactly. That's the Schrödinger's cat. Yeah, that's right. Which I now understand really well thanks to you, Yan. Yeah, like, you could be 2-10p up, but objectively still dead lost. Yeah. So there was a lot of messed up stuff here, man. The opening was a complete catastrophe. Knight b5 would have won the game already here. Then we failed to exploit here our opponent's mistakes by not castling and just win the game. Then we went into this endgame where you really needed to force this earlier. And then we got a dead row rook ending here, which you decided to throw away by just chucking this pawn in for nothing. You are right that the pawn was dead anyway, but my friend, we are playing an endgame. In an endgame, tempi, number of moves matter, right? Like, I need to take 2 moves for black to get to that point. You brought it down to 0. And by the way, if I go here, which is definitely the move you should have played here, you are not even losing the pawn, dude. Like, yeah, it's unfathomable to me. Like, even if it's gonna be captured, why would you accelerate your own death? It means that you are making your opponent's job easier and your own a heap harder. Like, in this rook ending, you were your greatest enemy. And frankly, like, there is no way that you should have lost this position ever against pretty much anyone. And after rook b4, if I had to pick a color, I would pick white here any day of the week because of c4. Okay, let's have a look at the other one. We are behind the black pieces here. That was a very solid opening. Okay. Queen b5. Wow. Yeah. I was wondering if there was something here with g4 and 95. I think this is meant to be quite dangerous. That was the only baby, but after that you played really well. Okay. Hanging d pawn? No, it's not, buddy, because taking it with the knight is illegal and taking with the queen is inadvisable. Okay, what is the plan here, chat? What is a good move here, chat? Minority attack, exactly. Yeah, the queen trade was more or less forced. Oh, sorry, forced wasn't the case. I was thinking about pulling back here, and I'm still thinking that this would have been your best move. The trade was definitely not forced. Not even close. I actually would have played this, Because taking also sorted their problem of removing the knight on c3, which is a really badly placed piece, because white wants to play c3. And so yeah, queen c7 would have made the most sense in my book. Now, as for what the plan is here, if you are saying that f3 is your target, I need to give you a very quick wake-up call. It is not. Not even close. It is a weakness that we can't target at all. Forget about it. It's good that we have this split here and here, but you absolutely cannot devise a plan that would exploit that. Still, your best course of action here is a minority attack with b5, a5, king d7, b4. So your next 4 moves should look like this. b5, or rather king d7 first, then b5, a5, and then b4. If you play any other moves, it's a waste of time. I don't like starting it with a5. b5 is a bit more thematic because now a4 may be possible. Yeah. I think it's still okay as long as you play king d7, rook b8, b5. But after knight a3, you will definitely have to give up the bishop. Okay, once again, like I said, every move that is not part of this plan is just a waste of time, potentially mistake. So this just doesn't contribute to your position at all. I don't know why you're trading bishops, by the way, given that they have got a fair number of pawns fixed on the color of their bishop, and you don't. So trading this bishop just seems very counterintuitive to me. I don't understand the knight take either, but maybe you are headed for f4. Yeah. It's not gonna get you anything, but okay. Oh no! Man, like, this is the textbook. A weak square is a weak square only as long as you don't plug it in with a pawn. Like, you went from much better here to clearly worse in about 5 moves. Like, now we are clearly worse. This rook is better than this. This rook is better than this. Pawns are weak. And you have got no targets. This was a catastrophic turn of events. Like, really bad. Instead, king up, whatever, rook here, whatever, and b5. And after trade, you have a target. A realistic target that you can pile up on, pressure, hurt. Unlike this airy-fairy stuff here. If they go knight a3, you buy the bullet and you take it. Rook a3, b5 again. Take, and again, ta-da, there is your target that we can go after. This is what good endgame technique looks like. They defend it, you go here. They bring the king, you offer a trade. They take it, and now you go like, ah, look at that square. That's where my knight is going. And now you have got a picture-perfect bind that completely paralyzes the opponent's army. And even here the win is not so simple or easy, but at least now we have got a fair bit of pressure here. What if g5? I don't understand the question, Chief. g5. What if g5? What? I done that. Sorry, I don't follow. If anyone understands the question. Hello, Rangao. Wrong side. b5. That's the plan. That's what I told you, friend. That in this position you need to play king d7, rook b8, b5. You are correct. That is the plan. He cannot push the pawn to b5 because it's against the rules. Jim, how the frick can you be 1300 and not know the coordinates of the chessboard, buddy? Come on, man. b4 is not playable because it's hanging for free. Or if it's not because it's pinned, so let's say if we go into this scenario, right? Like here, whatever, I go here, whatever, b5, take, b4, yeah? This is a typical case of people playing moves on the side where they are weak. What it results in is that they become even weaker. Because now you just pull back, whatever. So now it's no longer pinned. They have to take, and now they have a backward pawn on c3, and you have an outpost on c4. So again, the purpose of the minority attack has been accomplished. You have a target here to hit. And they don't have any. You have got a pawn chain in one island. They have got a pawn island. Sorry, 3 pawn islands. Multiple weaknesses. So yeah, this was really bad stuff. Like bishop e7 made next to no sense. The knight in was nice, but inefficient because they can kick you out. And here you really had to run, man. Like run. Because as soon as you play g5, the pawn structure is now even Steven. In fact, it's worse for you because they will use the g file, not you. Yeah, this is catastrophic. Like, this should have never ever happened. After rook g4, they are like down a pawn. Oh, man. That was not pretty. Now here, we could have trapped the rook, no? Hello? Like, how is this guy getting out of here? Buddy, that would have been something else. We are actually threatening to play h4 and king here and winning the rook. So they have to probably either play king g3, but that h4 check wins. Oh, look at this. h4 check here and check wins the rook. So the only move they have in this position to not lose this rook is h4. And that, by definition, entombed the rook so that it can never move for the rest of the game. That is hilarious. Bro, you had a forced win here. After f5, they should have gone check, of course. And go after this pawn. Oh my word. That would have been game of the year for you, bruv. Oh my. No, because you can only trade off their Schachstratege, those pair of pawns at the expense of creating a new weakness. So no. Yeah, this would have been absolutely fantastic and sensational. Sadly, we instead opted for this. That makes 0 sense. Rook h6 was needed to attack here. Now you could still go after this rook. Because if I'm careless, let's just say I play a pass, whatever. This rook is trapped again. I mean, I can defend it, but yeah, it's stuffed. Because we are threatening now rook here and check, so they will have to play check, and after you come back, this rook is trapped again forever. So you still could have gone for that motif. I mean, the mate threat is obviously hot. Why are we not taking f2? Rook h7, king f6, rook b6, yeah. Likely draw. Likely draw. Wait, what? Well, not everything. This falls with check, and that's about it. And then you take, and then you take this with check. And then the king goes back. Yeah, check is coming. But you can block it actually from here. But yeah, I reckon that this should be a draw. But wait a second, because again, we are playing something absolutely inexplicable. So here your opponent says, hey, you can have this pawn for free. And you go like, no, I'm good. What? Hello? You could have this position without this pawn on the board. Wait, you try to get a draw here. And that's why we're not taking a free pawn? Explain to me the logic, please, sir. So the more you have material, the less likely we're going to draw. Yeah, I calculated that. Like, what? Like, humor me. How could this be worse than king here, rook takes, and then takes here? Oh, I see. I thought that you were referring to this position where you decided to not to take the free pawn. That's absolutely inexplicable again. Like every move is terrible. After b4, white accomplishes the often discussed two connected passes, unless you go here. But I would assume that take here should be dead lost for white, black, because you can't really stop my king from coming in. Don't get me wrong, rook b1 was correct, by the way. Rook e6, I think, is a shocker. Yeah. I wouldn't be rushing this pawn up here because king in is going to find it easy to target. But objectively speaking, it doesn't matter what you do, we are dead. Because the white king is going to come in almost certainly. It's too soon to resign it, buddy, but yeah. Yeah, this is why I shouldn't have moved the h pawn up. But like, dude, I just can't get over this. Like, why wouldn't you take this? I just can't help but come back to this over and over and again. Like, level material, more or less. I mean, these are dubbed. Yeah, it's mystery, man. But dude, you did the exact same thing in the game, but you kept the white pawn on the board. How could you possibly argue for this? Like, it doesn't matter how many times you say it, it still won't make sense. You're trying to argue that 6 is more than 8. Like, you did the exact same thing. Look at what you did instead. It's the exact same position, except they have an extra pawn. And you don't have any extra play now that you wouldn't have had if you had taken on g5. It doesn't make any sense what you're saying. And by the way, I don't get this. Like, who cares about that check? Like, first of all, it's my turn. And I can check first, right? Second of all, like, losing this pawn has zero impact on the outcome. None whatsoever. If we are worried about losing this game, it's gonna happen because they will take this, not this. So you being worried about this check is like, I can't wait for that shit to happen. But like, how? Like, I go here, check here. You can't take because I check your rook down. You attack me, I attack you. And now I have got an infinitely better version of the game because I have a pawn. So the king can just waltz in because this pawn might start rolling. This is insta draw right here, right now. Like we can sign score sheets right now. And that's just, I didn't even try with black, right? Like I was thinking just going check. And then check again. And if you go here, I go after all of these pawns. If you go back to g2, then check again. And maybe I go here and in and behind again. But this may be a bit shaky. So my natural reaction and instinct is just go right away in and behind. And you are gonna be golden. Like you might lost 2 endgames, both of which you had a better position. The a5 pawn is irrelevant, as in they can only win that at the expense of losing b2. And that's just not winnable. Yeah, endgame tactic course is coming your way, buddy, and you need it desperately. But like g5 was one of the main reasons why all this happened. That was one of the most tragic moves in the entire game. Because the fact that you didn't find the right plan here, I totally get it. This is not an intuitive plan unless you have some experience against the Kasbah structure. So what these moves, whilst I didn't praise them, whatever, it's fine. But g5 here is an eyesore of a move. I mean, even taking on g2 is better because at least that keeps your pawn structure intact. Yeah, this was 2 rough games, man. 2 roughies for sure. Yeah. Corey SG, thank you so much for the kind words, brother. Yeah, tough luck, buddy. But yeah, this is the chess journey, right? We play, we lose, we learn. That is how it is. Chess is hard. I mean, dude, which part didn't you know that you had an outpost and you don't? I don't think that there is anything that I told you that you didn't know. Double isolated pawns. Now there is a pawn right in front of them. That makes them a lot more comfortable. Like, there is absolutely nothing that you didn't know before about g5 that you do know now. You don't plug in outposts. Right? Like, I don't think that if I show you a basic scenario, I'm going to get there in a topsy-turvy way, so bear with me. But bro, like, you're dreaming. Like, he just played rook g1. Like, what, trapping the king? How? With what? You will never have a rook on the g file in this game. Ever. I don't understand what you're talking about. And I don't think you do. Like, how? That's like saying that you wanted to promote this pawn to queen and then mate them. Like, that's not gonna happen. Is the layout messed up for this one? Yeah, it is. So, what I wanted to tell you about squares, yeah? Just work with me here for a little bit. So, let's talk about this position, yeah? Let's say that you recognize that this is a weak square, correct? You put a knight in here, and you fucked up your own weak square. Now your bishop is shite. There is no weak square anymore on the board. This is exactly what you did when you played g5, allowing the pawn to step up. What you want to do is to eliminate the defenders so that you can always retake with a piece so that the square remains weak and it remains an outpost. It by definition makes the pawn in front of it weaker. You never want to plug it in with a pawn like this, because that shits on your bishop. The square is not available anymore. The pawn is not weak. None of this is new to you, right? Right? That's what you did. That's what g5 was all about. That you had an outpost on f4. It got challenged, and you went like, screw it, you can have it. Now it's suboptimal to retreat from that square, but it at least retains the status quo, meaning that it's weak as. Now, unfortunately, this is incoming, by the way. Oh, you never heard about weak squares before? Okay. So, like, has anyone ever told you that we don't play moves like these side by side because it creates an outpost and a weak square on d4? Surely that's not news, right? And so what you want to do is to put a piece in there. As soon as you plug it in with a pawn, you effed it up, because it no longer is available for your minor pieces. That's what happened in that game. Nice one, Engao. I love you too. Hello, Elia Novalis. Welcome in, buddy. Pleasure to have you on board. Yeah, but there is not the point, Jim, is that this is not something that you calculate. It has nothing whatsoever to do with calculation. It is something you don't do because you know it's wrong. Right? Like, you don't need to calculate this. It's just like, we don't do this. If you need to pee, you go to the toilet. When you're thirsty, you go to the kitchen. You don't think about this. It's a natural instinct. And if you mix it up, yeah. It has nothing to do with simple chess. It's just, some knowledge is just unmovable. It's there and it's not questionable. And then there is calculable things where you need to actively figure out what's going on. Yeah, I still don't get you, because once again, this is not something that you calculate. But anyway, it takes a fair while to develop these habits and understanding and whatnot. And once again, chess is hard. I know it. If someone, I know it. Brian Chavez. Hola, señor. Thank you so much, Brazilian friend. Oh, Joao Fonseca is playing today, by the way. Speaking of Brazil. Joao Fonseca. Let's go, Brazil. Sure. Not a problem, Jim. Not a problem, man. Not a problem. Ladies, we're gonna call it a night. I need to get going now. Family and other duties are awaiting. It was a pleasure to have you on board. Stay tuned. Watch my YouTube videos, please, please, please. I know you love the stream, but can you guys please now orient yourself towards my actual YouTube videos and learn some good stuff? That would be hugely appreciated. And now I am going to call it a day. Take care. Love you all. And I will be back soon. Bye.